Hello everyone, and welcome back to the MadBag's Minecraft. There have been a few developments since last you saw my humble abode. I actually went to the trouble of recording an entire episode with the wrong microphone settings. So unfortunately, that episode was lost because the audio was absolutely garbage. That's okay though. I'm going to peruse the changes that I made, kind of describe some of what was going on, and then I'm going to make them a little bit better anyway. So the first one is the garden that you see out here. I have tilled some earth, I've planted some seeds, I've planted it around water for the saturation. So let me detail everything that goes into that. First off, before you make a garden, you have to acquire some seeds. Now, seeds can be gotten a number of ways. Actually, I can think of two right off the top of my head. I suppose they occur in chests sometimes, so that would make a third. However, the two most common ways are by getting rid of some grass. You will potentially find seeds within the grass. And then by harvesting crops that you've already planted. You will find seeds whenever you harvest those crops. And it looks like I've ruined quite a bit of the grass around here. I'm not seeing any little tufts. Ah, I see some over there. Let's go see if we can get some more seeds out of the grass. I have made a hoe here. I'll show you in just a minute how to make a stone hoe. It's not important for killing grass. You can actually destroy the grass with anything. Here, I'll use a cooked chicken. Boom! I've destroyed a piece of grass. I'm going to continue to. Not everyone, as you can see, it's actually somewhat rare, but eventually as you destroy grass, a seed will pop out. It will be quite clear when this happens. Ah, there's one. Yes, seeds. There the little buggers are. There are seeds for a number of different plants in Minecraft. However, the most common one is wheat. And when you plant wheat seeds, they will grow, and you can harvest wheat. And with wheat, you can make things like this piece of bread right here. So the reason I'm doing this is for some continuous food, some renewable food. I do have chickens somewhat close. I may be able to do something somewhat renewable with them eventually, and hopefully I'll find pigs and cows and a few other things. I made a comment in a previous video that I realize now, actually I've been notified that was incorrect. I mixed some things up. Chicken is not tied for the best type of food. Pork and beef are actually tied for the best type of food, and chicken is a step down. It doesn't quite have the saturation of pork and beef, and I think it actually only gives 3 bits of hunger back. So none of the wheat that you see here is fully grown. Let's take a look on first how to create a hoe. So to make a hoe, we're going to need a couple sticks, which I've got the wood that I can turn into sticks, and we're just going to make another stone hoe. Actually, I probably won't even really make it, because I've got one. So there's the stick. You put 2 sticks, one right over the other, like any other tool, and then 2 pieces of material. You can use wood blocks up here. You can use iron. You can use gold diamond. I don't know why you would want to make a diamond hoe, but you can. And there you see a stone hoe. Now I've already got one, so I'm not going to make that. However, I'm going to show you how to use it. And actually, I'm going to show you something better than this. So there was a spot of water here, so I went ahead and used it. You can take the hoe and you can right-click on land, and it will till that land. Now, if you walk on it too much, there's a chance that you'll untill it. There we go. See, it goes back to regular dirt again. So you kind of got to be careful walking on your tilled earth. And whenever you plant it next to, whenever you till earth next to water, you'll notice that this is kind of a light brown, and this one is like a dark brown. Water will saturate the earth, and it'll actually make your crop grow faster. Now, like I said, this is a very rudimentary farm, and we're going to do something much better with the farm. I also made a stairwell down to eventually make a mine. I'll get into that in a second as well. However, making the stairwell, I acquired some iron. So we're going to take a few pieces of iron, and we're going to make a bucket. Ooh, look at the bucket! And the bucket is going to allow us to be a bit more creative with water. So I am going to make a better farm, a brand new farm. Let's see here. I want to do a little plotting here. It's best to have a point. Give me just a second. I'm going to do some kind of boring digging. I will show you the result. Okay, I've got the beginnings of what I need. Now, when working with water, there's a couple things to keep in mind. So each of these is a water source block. Now, I'll show you what I mean. With a bucket, you can pick up a water source block, And now I have a bucket of water. If that source block that you take away from that area has source blocks on two sides of it, it will recreate the water source block in between them. So things like lakes kind of have renewable water sources. Now you can take one water source block and you can do a number of things with it. So if I put the water source block down right here, you'll notice that it begins to flow. Most of the time they will flow in one direction, however sometimes you'll get them to hit a flat area like this and flow out the way you see it there. Now of all this water that's flowing, this very first block is the only block of water source. All the rest of this is flowing water or waterfall, and it doesn't quite register the same, and it looks like I've accidentally drowned out a couple of my plants there. That's no good. Now you can pick up this water source block, just like you did the other ones, and eventually all the rest of that water will run out. Now you'll notice that there was a place right here where the water wasn't necessarily being blocked by anything, but it wasn't flowing further anyway. So the thing that you can do whenever you create a garden is, and actually I'm gonna redo a lot of this down here just to get it to work better. To get one bit of water to flow as much as possible, you can actually, let's see, I think I can throw some dirt in. Let's keep these on the hotbar. I think I can throw some dirt right in here, and you'll see that the water will flow, but you'll also see that it steadily gets lighter and lighter. So eventually it will stop flowing, and you will have to go down a level. So let's fill in some of this around here, and you guys will see my farm start to come together here. So whenever it goes down a level, or whenever it gets light enough that it doesn't flow anymore, you have to go down a level with it. So I'm going to dig out some water here, or some dirt, to allow my water to flow a little bit. And eventually I have to, once I get this all formed, I'll have to pick this very first water source block up from right here, and I'll have to plant that back down to get the flow right. So anyway, what I'm trying to illustrate is that if you start from a high point and then teeter down every so often, you can get water to flow quite a long ways, and you can till all the earth along the water, and the water will saturate all those blocks, the way you see these kind of dark brown blocks here. And that will make the wheat grow faster. Let me pick up these couple seeds that popped out when I drowned my plants. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of digging and a little bit of replacing dirt so I can get this this garden here formed out the way I want it, and then I'll come back to you and explain. Oh, as I continue to work, it's getting dark out. Since I'm on hardcore, I need to be incredibly careful. Right now, I would probably normally advise running inside and sleeping. Matter of fact, I don't see any reason for me not to follow that advice. Yeah, that's a great idea. Daytime, much better. Now I can get back to work on formulating this garden. As I finish up my work, and notice how hungry I am, I finish off my last 2 bits of food as well. I've got some emergency food, some rotten flesh, that I'd really like to not use, but my work is starting to come together, so I think my timing's going to be about just right. I need to dig out a couple more blocks of dirt over here. Because I need one space around all the dirt that I'm going to till. The one space is so that I don't walk on my tilled dirt, because again, you can ruin the till by walking on it. Alright, so there, I think I'm good. Alright, so this looks a little weird right now. You'll see it come together as I put water in it, and then as I till all the earth. So the plan here is that if I put one block of water source here, then it should flow down at just the right rate so as to be able to get water to every single one of these blocks that surrounds these 4 little juts that come out of it. So I'm going to slap one right here. We're going to see water go out, and then we're going to do a whole bunch of tilling and then planting. Alright, now I need a couple more blocks of dirt so that I have a walking path. Let me do that real quick and come right back. Haha, I love it when a plan comes together. Alright, let's get to tilling. Now I have enough space to walk on the outside of all of these close blocks. That way I don't walk on my till and ruin it. So obviously I'm not going to be able to use all of the spaces that I till right now. However, I've made this garden big enough that when I eventually do have enough seeds to plant seeds in all of this tilled earth, I'll already have it here, Now I'm going a little overboard with tilling. Obviously I don't have as many seeds as I've already hit up blocks, and eventually this tilling, if I don't use it, creatures might walk over it and stuff and might ruin it. So I likely won't be able to use a lot of the tilling that I'm using right now. However, why not? I just want to see the finished product. I want to see it all pretty looking. All totally tilled all the way around each one of these bits of water that stick out. Getting close? Okay, and you can see that some of the ground is already being saturated. You can see the dark squares, and it works pretty well. It looks like I've got kind of random splotches, but it looks like they're dispersed pretty much throughout. So on places like that where the water comes down a level, it does correctly saturate both sides, and then all the way down there on the end, it even saturates the diagonals out from the water. All very cool, very cool. So now if I'd like, I can come just plant seeds right along all of this. And I've got some wheat down here, and luckily I've got wheat in a couple different stages. And I'm going to have to fill in some of the bottom of this so it doesn't look so goofy. Eventually I'll probably have some stairs and some other things. I might even make a second level to my little abode and make this like a basement area or something. I'm not real sure. So I've got a couple different colors of wheat here. You can see wheat in the various stages of its growth. These over here that have the slightly darker gold to them, this one and then this far one over here, I believe are finished and ready to harvest. Of course that one is a little bit lighter, so it's not yet, and that one's a little bit lighter. Let's see though, I should get wheat and at least one seed. I got wheat, and I think I got 2 seeds out of that. Alright, so you can see how sometimes you'll get a couple seeds out of harvesting this. I got 2 seeds again. And whenever you get a couple seeds, it makes it real easy to grow your garden, to make your garden bigger. So I'm going to come back over here and come back up at the top, and I'm going to be continuous with where I'm planting. There we go. Now I have quite the garden growing here with this and this little bit down here. I think I'm actually going to move this. Let me tear up all the rest of this, and I'm going to go plant everything up there instead. Alright, I've torn up all those plants. I've got the seeds for them. I'm going to do one more thing up here on the top. I'm going to put a couple more blocks of water source in here. There's one. Now 2 right next to each other, you can't, it's not renewable quite yet, so let me get one more and put it up here, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this very middle one is a source block, and I just now put another source block down there. So if I put one in any of these others, then this middle one should become renewable. Oh, it looks like I might be wrong. Let me grab one more. It might have to be on either side. I'm not incredibly certain. Let me keep trying this until I assuredly get it right though. Okay, I've got one on either side of it now, right? It still does not look like it's reproducing the water source block in the middle, which I need it to do because I would like to have a renewable source of water right here. Alright, I put one more source, so I should have sources, basically 5 right here. 4 in each of the beginning of the channel and then 1 in the middle. And it's still not recreating the one in the middle. That's not good. Okay, so it looks like there might be something a little bit weird about source blocks that you replant. That's okay. I've got a huge source of water in like an ocean right over there, so I don't think it's really going to be a problem. I would just really like to be able to have like a source block that I could take from right here and have it renew anytime I need water. That's what I was trying to accomplish, but it's going to deny me. That's quite okay. Quite alright. And I keep jumping over this just wrong. I may eventually come in and put like a little land bridge that goes over the top of this so I can navigate around it a little bit easier. As of right now, it will have to remain annoying and grow my plants very, very efficiently. And it is getting dark out yet again, so it looks like I've finished this off pretty much just in time. I went ahead and patched that water up just because I'll eventually use this space for something else, and now this gives me all the water I need. And like I said, I'll eventually come and beautify that a little bit and make it look a little bit less like an eyesore. Okay, so on to the next thing that I did in the last part of my video. So this is Minecraft, and in Minecraft you can get some very valuable things by mining, by going straight down into the earth. Let me pick up a little bit more cobblestone, because there's something else I want to show you. Making these stairs, basically. Oh, okay, so what I've done is I've made a switchback staircase. Basically, I just dug out, you can see these are the natural stone blocks. I just dug out blocks, descending one at a time, and I went back and forth, down all the way, and it's actually going to take me a little while to get down to it. I went all the way down to bedrock. Now, bedrock is a type of material that's unbreakable. When you're in creative mode, you can break it, but since I'm playing on single player, I actually can't go to creative mode. Right down here, yeah, see? I've got one block of bedrock. That black guy right there is bedrock. That is the bottom of the world, essentially. So when you find bedrock, you can extrapolate where you are in relation to the bottom of the world. So let's see, if this is bedrock, then let's just consider this level 1. Bedrock goes through a couple different levels, so level 1 actually might be 1 or 2 levels below that. But let's consider this level 1, and let's say this is level 2, level 3, level 4. Each block going up is another one. Level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish. Okay, so right here, I've made a sign. This is about 12 levels above bedrock. Now the reason I've made this sign, the reason that 12 levels is significant, is because right around the 10 level range is where you'll find lava pools whenever you get into natural caves. So eventually I'm going to dig out from this little room, and I'm going to try to find natural caves, I'm going to try to find lava pools, and with both of those I will find materials, a number of minerals. There are certain minerals that have a higher occurrence down here at this part of the world than they do up on the surface. So the one thing that I want to show you is the formation for stairs. So if you put wood, cobblestone, smooth stone, or bricks in this formation on a crafting table, you'll make stone stairs. And then stone stairs you can plant. Note that when you put them down, they will always be facing you. So you can plant like that, and if you've dug out the way I have, 1 block by 1 block, then you can just walk up that, and you don't have to continuously jump to get back out of your mine. Now the reason I've gone through all the trouble to make these stairs is because I'll be mining a lot down here. I'll be getting a lot of minerals from down here, and I'm going to want to return to the surface fairly often, where most of my storage is going to be, and I don't want to have to sit here and jump and jump and jump and jump going up the block stairs. I want to have regular stairs that I can just walk up. So you've seen me using iron for that bucket that I used for all my my farming, and I'm holding an iron pick right now. Iron is a material that I got as I dug down making my stairs, and you can see a couple pieces here. Hopefully I'm going to find some more fairly shortly. You have to smelt iron ore in a furnace to get the iron pieces themselves, and hopefully I have an opportunity to show that to you here in just a second. But my next priority is going to be making a strip mine finger system off of that room down below to try to find a natural cave. Natural caves make it really easy to traverse the lower levels of the world and find materials quickly. Interesting side note, generally speaking, the surface is around level 60. So obviously there's a hill over there that goes way above level 60, and this is a little bit lower, so this might be like below level 60. I'm not exactly sure. But you have to dig down about 60 or so blocks, 60 or so levels before you get to bedrock. So let's see, let me rearrange my inventory here, and let me outfit myself to go down there and start doing some strip mining. Okay, here we go. I've used some of my iron to make a few more tools. Again, the iron that I got while making my switchback staircase, because I'm going to use up a lot of tools while I'm down here. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get any yield from my garden yet, so I don't have any food. That might get kind of dangerous. I might run myself kind of low on hunger, but I should be able to come back up. There should be some wheat ready to harvest. I should be able to harvest it, make some bread, and be okay. I'm also bringing some signs and some wooden doors, or actually just one wooden door. So the purpose of the door at the top of this staircase, and the purpose of this door down here relatively at the bottom of the staircase, is that you can't always be sure that you've perfectly covered every crevice of your staircase with torches. So it's possible that mobs will spawn in places down here that are technically darkened enough for them to spawn. And if they spawn in the staircase, I definitely don't want them to be able to wander into my rooms. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make another little spot for a doorway, just so this room can stay contained, and eventually I may expand that room. And the way I normally strip mine is first I'll make one nice little hallway directly out. Oh no, gravel is such a pain. As it falls, you have to dig additional bits. Eventually I'll have to make some more torches here too. Note about harvesting gravel, and look, I've found some coal already. If you harvest just one column, then you have to wait for the next block to fall before you can harvest it. Whereas if you sit here and bounce between two, if I can do it correctly, there we go. You can actually harvest it a little bit faster bouncing between two than you can just doing one. No, I'm not going to sit here and waste a bunch of my time digging gravel out. Let's get on to this strip mining. So in strip mining, of course I'm going to make my one hallway. I'm probably not going to grab all this coal right now, but I will eventually come through here and grab all that. Now the way that I like to search for materials, you'll see a lot of people will, they'll come down here and they'll do little strips like this. They'll make another little hallway. And that's fine. I've heard that this is like the most efficient way because you recover 2 blocks and you can go as far deep as you want. However, I like doing something a little bit different. I like just going as deep as I can on one block. And you can see, I can see the surface of all these blocks in here, so I can see if there are any materials there. And since I can see this side of all of these blocks, I don't necessarily need to see that side, so I can actually skip 2 blocks, and then I can make another little hole. And this will give you a pretty good view of whether or not you're running into any kind of materials. So again, I'm going to do it on this side the same. Skip 2 blocks. Okay, it looks like this is roughly where I want to go. And I'm hoping to find a good example here of what I'm talking about. I actually heard a little sound just now. It sounded like some lava. Lava bubbles, and it makes a sound whenever it bubbles. So if I listen real close, maybe I'll hear it bubble again. And I am using a headset that has surround sound, basically, which is awesome. It's amazing that they can make headsets with surround sound. So if I hear the bubble, I should be able to kind of get a direction off of it. And I definitely want to go towards the lava pools because lava pools are basically the level that diamonds are most common to spawn on. Oh, and look at this. I just dug a block out, and right above me I see a natural cave. So this has been almost an immediate success. I found this natural cave really quickly from my mine. I almost never find them quite this fast. I normally have to do quite a bit more digging than that. And it looks like this is not a lava pool. So the same way as with water source blocks, one lava source block will create a lava fall like this. So it is most likely, I'm going to be kind of careful with the lava here, it will set you on fire. Even if you barely touch it, you'll take quite a lot of damage. Up there somewhere is and I gotta be really careful creating new lava falls. Actually, it looks like that might be it. I don't see it coming down. So right there's a lava source block. If I wanted to, I could, oh god. He didn't see me, I think. What? That didn't make any sense. How did he not see me? I'm gonna have to deal with him because I don't want him creeping up behind me. Interesting to note, this is an emerald. This is new as of patch 1.3. And this is basically currency in Minecraft now. You can use that to trade with testificates or NPCs that you find in the world. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Back, creeper. I said back. And he goes down. Doing that with a stone sword, you have to hit a creeper 4 times. Note that if your timing is perfect, you can hit him twice and back off without him blowing up. So 2 little rounds of hitting him twice and getting him to back up. And, oh god, 2 little rounds of doing that, and you can... I need light. Another creeper. Here, I'll try to... Nope! I may have been too close. No, here we go. He's going to give me a chance. I only hit him once. I got to be careful. There were 2 hits, and he did not blow up, so this one will kill him. There we go. Nice! Nice! And more iron. This is what iron looks like. Now, these blocks that I'm getting here, I will have to smelt. So this is iron ore. I'll have to put that in the furnace with some coal. I'll have to cook it down into iron ingots. The ingots I can use just like you could use wood to make all kinds of stuff. Wow, I'm really happy I found this cave so fast. That is really awesome. Whoa, be careful about that lava. And it looks like I'm low on health. This is dangerous, especially on hardcore mode. It looks like I've got more lava down here and more iron. There's a bit of gold. I will definitely be coming back for that. But I need my health and my hunger to take priority over basically everything right now. So I'm going to go back up to my garden real quick. I'm going to see if I can make some bread. And then that's probably going to be it for this episode. Before I take a step outside, let's go ahead and toss this iron in my furnace. You'll see that it will take a piece of coal, it will fill this meter, this is the burn meter, and then as this goes down, it will build this arrow, which cooks whatever your material is. And as of patch 1.3, whenever you take anything out of the furnace, you'll hear a little tick, you get some experience for using the furnace, for smelting, for cooking. How neat. Okay, do I have any wheat done yet? I don't, but luckily I was given some bones off of, actually I see a piece of my garden was somehow disturbed. That's not good. Give me that. Give me that seed. I need to do things with that there seed. I need to replant that there seed. Okay, so that skeleton that I killed just a second ago, I got a couple bones off of. Bones you can turn into bone meal. Now, 6 bone meal will do quite a bit of good for me here. I'm going to come over here. I don't want to use bone meal on those pieces of crop that are already growing because they have some progress. I want to come over here on pieces that are not grown at all yet. And I'm going to use a piece of bone meal, and it's going to instantly make it grow all the way. And then I'm going to harvest it. Whoa, did not mean to do that crazy jump. Now, if I can get lucky here, I'll get out without disturbing too much of my garden. Aha! And now I have a bunch more seeds to just go willy-nilly with. Ah! Not ideal. I actually planted that last seed as I was in the air. Awesome. Now I've got enough wheat that I can make some bread and I can get myself back up to full health. So wheat in the crafting table, split up. Let's see, I did that a little bit wrong. Split up just like that. We'll make bread. Bread, of course, you can sit and eat. And I think I've got enough of it here, yeah, to get myself back up to full hunger, which will allow my hit points to slowly start regenerating. Hurrah! I survive another day. Alright, well, that's going to be all for this episode, so thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later.